Hello, it's Linda with No Frills ASMR. So I was about to put something in the refrigerator to kind of soak before for dinner tonight. And then I thought, I may as well share it with you guys. But I will say, I don't use bread all that often. And I bought this loaf a while ago. And it's definitely getting stale. It is not in any way moldy or anything, but it's getting older. And I used it to make, bruschetta the other night. And I still have this much loaf. So I had this concept in my head of something I made when I was much younger, like in college. And I haven't really made it since that I recall. So this is really off the cuff, but that's the way I cook anyway. And I, again, can't cook in my kitchen right now, or I can't film in my kitchen. So this is my desk, and I've brought things upstairs, so hopefully I have what I need. But what I'm thinking of doing is taking this loaf and making I think it's called a strata out of it, but sort of a dinner version. So if you're interested in that. All right, so first thing I thought I'd do is just kind of tear this bread into smaller bits. And probably in a perfect world, I might, put like olive oil on it after doing this and toast it a little bit. But ain't nobody got time for that. So I'll just, make it work, right? This is a sourdough loaf. I gotta scooch in a little. That I saw at the grocery store the other day, and it just looked really yummy. And it was more than I'd normally spend on bread, but it was real legit sourdough. There is a store kind of near me that has a whole wheat sourdough. That's a legit sourdough. And it is so good. But that store is just, slightly out of where I normally drive. And the traffic kind of stinks getting over there. So I hardly ever go there. But I keep thinking I should. Wow, this turned into more bread than I expected. So instead of cutting it, I'm just ripping it because it's easier. But you could cut it. My hands are clean. I scrubbed them. Don't worry. I just love it when people post, videos you see on social, and people are like, you should wear gloves. I'm gonna eat it. Not that anyone said that to me, because my people are nice. Seriously though, the comments on my videos are so kind. I just really appreciate all of you so much for that. Because sometimes you feel like, what am I doing all this for? And then you see the nice comments. You go, oh yeah, that's why. That is exactly why. Oh my goodness, look. This bread's multiplying in my bowl. But that's okay, because I have a baking dish that I was at Aldi, and I don't really need a baking dish, but it was on clearance. And my son at that time was moving to Boston, and I bought it for him thinking he'd want it. And actually, I don't even remember now whether he was like, no, I don't need that, or if I forgot to give it to him, or if I just decided I wanted it. I don't really remember. But somehow I ended up with it, and I really like it a lot. It's deep, and you can... Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll take a little of this olive oil and kind of get it on some of the bread. Oh, I'm so sorry. If you were getting all cozy, relaxed, and that woke you up, I apologize. I will try to not clink. That's a lot of olive oil. You know what I think I'll do? Well, no, I won't. Never mind. And then maybe I'll put a little, I have this is kosher salt. I use table salt too because I like the iodized, but see how kosher salt has these big flakes? I like that for like finishing, but also it just happens to be what I have right now. But I do think, I know people try to get away, they want to have sea salt and everything, but getting some iodine is actually, especially if you live somewhere where, like in the Midwest, you want to have some iodine, I think. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but you'll get a goiter. Goiters used to be common, and since they've iodized salt, they've like gone away. Not gone away, but all right, here we go. Let's mix her up. Bread, getting all greased up. I'll get on my hands. It's good for your skin. I used to rub olive oil on my skin because I heard Sophia Loren did that. All right, that's probably okay. So I think I'll show you. Let me wipe my hand off. This is the dish I was saying I got at Aldi. See, it's nice. It's like pretty. And I've used it a bunch and it washes. You can just like wash it right off. I have this 100% pure avocado spray. I think I actually got it from my father-in-law's house because, well, anyway, but it seems to work pretty good. It's like a high heat. I don't probably really need it now. Oh, I think it's running low. But sometimes I use it like for cooking chicken or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I use it for. I don't really use it all that often. I tend to use olive oil or butter. I should have probably brought butter up here, but that's okay. All right, so I'll just grease that a little bit because I'm going to put egg in, and I don't want the egg to stick. All right, so set that there. We'll get this out of our way. And this is the other problem with cooking up here. All right, let's take this extra sharp white cheddar. Now I think maybe if this were like a professional recipe I was trying to do, well, I like this cheese, but maybe you'd want to use like Gruyere, something like that. But this is from Aldi, and I personally think that Aldi has the best cheeses at the best prices. They have so many good cheeses, and this, it used to be an extra sharp white cheddar. Now it's just sharp cheddar. I actually liked it better, extra sharp. But now the only way you can get the extra sharp is like pre-sliced for crackers, which I still sometimes get. But I use this for like tacos and things like this. So this is just a regular box cheese grater. I always use the big one. I don't know why I like never really use any of these other ones. Maybe occasionally if I want a really small grated cheese. I keep flipping it because I don't like it when it starts to get like too much of an angle. I don't know how much to grate. See, if you weren't watching, I'd probably eat half of it because I love fresh grated cheese. It's so yummy. Okay, that might be good. Let's see how that looks. I just grate my cheese on like a piece of a napkin or whatever. I'm probably gonna want more, but we'll make it work. I can't decide, or do I want to do more? Well, we'll try to make that work. Okay, let me move like out of space here. I'll move this bowl here and put my cheese. Oops. Over here. Okay. Cheese. Check. Done. Put that there. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now, I'm thinking I will use some red onion. And I know that somebody in the comments said, don't use onion for me. So you could leave the onion out. I love onions. Okay. Let me see. Now, maybe I would have cooked the onion with, I was going to add some of these shiitake mushroom, and I'd saute those a little bit, but I want to do it without cooking, so I'm just going to slice them super, super thin so that they cook while the egg is cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care if the onion's not cooked all the way, but I definitely want the mushrooms. You can't really eat a raw shiitake mushroom, it's toxic. So don't put those on salads or things like that. Oh, somebody said, why do I like sourdough bread? Well, I like whole wheat because I like to try to get extra fiber. But sourdough, has live and active cultures that are good for your gut. And it's just a wild yeast. To make sourdough, you basically, take flour and water and let it grow a yeast on it, and that's what sourdough is. It's just natural yeast, but it's supposed to be good for your gut bacteria. It's a prebiotic. The bacteria that you want in your gut eat it, and they like it. I think that's right. Okay, that's probably good. Well, maybe just a little bit. I know I'm doing this really slow, but it's only because I'm not great at cutting really fine. I'm kind of a chop person. Okay, let's see what we have for these mushrooms. I used a couple. I made an etouffee last night. I threw mushrooms in it. And I use that word loosely because I'm not Cajun or anything. By the way, I do keep these stems, and then sometimes I'll put them in a bag to make broth when I make broth, or just put them in the pot and then strain it, because they add a little umami. All right, we're going to cut these pretty fine. It's pretty good. All right. Shiitake mushrooms are supposed to be good for your brain, so I try to eat some mushrooms every day. Okay, we'll do this one too, but we gotta separate that guy out. Okay, you. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. If I should layer it. Okay, so I also have here some spinach. I may have gotten this one at Whole Foods. I don't know. But anyway, at this Little Leaf Farms, I like their lettuce, but it's kind of pricey. but they have like a like little romaine lettuce. I like it. Okay, so I don't eat a lot of spinach because I think it makes my joints hurt. I know that sounds crazy. It is based on some fact. Anyway, but I can have a little bit. So I want to cut it just a little bit because I don't want gigantic leaves. Although it's fine, it doesn't matter. It shrinks and gets soft. So to make the spinach last longer, I take a paper towel and get it a little bit damp and put it in there and then flip it upside down. And that does seem to help it last a good long time. Okay, that's plenty. So you go like, put that in there. It's not very damp right now because I've had it for a while. And then flip it that way. Alright. So those can be some layers. How about, I thought maybe I would do some sun-dried tomatoes. These are in my fridge. It looks gross, but it's just the oil like hardens up because these are in olive oil. And that's actually a good sign because it means it's actually a pretty good olive oil. Did I bring something to grab them with? No, I did not. Okay, let me make sure I have everything else cut because this will make everything greasy. I'm debating whether I want to put my leftover andouille smoked chicken sausage in there. I think I might. But this says hot. I don't know if it's really that hot, guys. I guess it depends on your taste. These are made out of, I get these at Target. I think it's $3.99 for 4. And the ingredients are chicken, water, and then contains less of, like spices and stuff. But there's no nitrates in there, which I think is good. Okay. I think that I will take, you guys will think this is weird maybe, but the one thing with these sausages, like if you're putting them on the grill or something, they're fine. But for me, I've found when I put them in recipes like this, like quiches or like this casing, which I think is actual pork casing, gets tough. So I don't know if you guys will think this is weird or not. I'm not sure. But that's a big knife, Linda. Be careful. But I like to take the casing off it. We'll see how easy it comes. Sometimes they peel right off. There we go. Just because I don't want to have to crunch it. Whoops. Oh yeah. Don't think about that casing too much. Isn't there some saying like you don't want to know how the sausage is made, or I forget. That's a true statement. Okay. Oops, I don't like that. Ugh. Come on, off use. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, and then we'll cut these into like little rounds. Ooh, my stomach just growled. It must smell pretty good. I had a smoothie for breakfast. I make a kale and berry smoothie most mornings. Okay, so the only thing left, let me throw this away. I don't know why I cut the ends off, just personal. Okay. The only thing left to cut is these. How am I going to pull these out? Let me think here. Hold on. I am going to grab this spoon, mix them around a little bit. See, it's just the oil solidifies, so they look kind of. I love sun-dried tomatoes, so they're just like, they literally, I think, leave them out in the sun. And then they taste sweet and yummy. But they're a little big for what I want. So I'm going to cut them down a little bit. Only because these ones, they can get a little bit tough if you don't, if you get like a whole piece in your mouth, I find. Okay, that'll be all right. I'll like wipe the old knife off. Okay, and the spoon. All right, now we got the veg done. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it for that. Okay, I'm gonna move this just a little bit. Just a little bit. I gotta move my lettuce. Hold on. Okay. And then I'm gonna put eggs in this here bowl. I got these eggs. Yeah. Wait, are these the ones? Or are these from Trader Joe's? Oh, these are Trader Joe's. But at Aldi, they had like really good eggs on sale the other day. And I did buy some, but I already have these. And the people are like, oh, they're only on sale when the expiration date's up. But here's the deal. Eggs don't really go bad. In fact, a lot of times they'll have an expiration date. They'll come check them, and then they'll put them in another. At least that's how it used to be. I don't know. Oh, I can do this quietly. There's no way. There's no way to do it quietly. Could I tap them with a... Would this work? Nope. There's only crack in them. I'll take them way over here and cover you. Hopefully that's not too loud. How many am I gonna do? I don't know. I think I'll need quite a few. Oh, dang. There's a trick to getting a shell out that doesn't involve me trying to fish it with my fingers. There it is. You just use a metal spoon, I think. Okay. Although, honestly, you'd probably never taste it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm kind of covering the mic with my hand. I think 6. Is that crazy? Is that way too many? Probably not. It's just because it seems like a lot of bread. Okay. I feel like I'm seeing a shell under here. Yep. You wily little... Get out of there. Get. Oh, I had it and I let it go. That was bad. There we go. Nope. I'm ready to just not worry about it. You little son of a... I got it. I got it. I just had to call it enough names. And then it was like, okay. Okay, lady, I'm out. All right. Next up, I have some 1% milk just because that's what I have. You guys, I'm a milk fiend. I know. I have friends who are like, that's disgusting. It's so bad for you, blah, blah, blah. I have lived my whole life drinking multiple glasses of milk a day. Yep. And my bones are strong. All right, so I'm going to put a little salt in here. I know some people say don't salt your eggs, but I don't agree with that. I read in Cooks Illustrated that a little salt in eggs actually helps break down the proteins. I don't know. I think I'll put a sprinkle of nutmeg. I just like nutmeg. I know some people don't like that, but I think eggs and nutmeg are like a match made in heaven. And then I was debating either putting some red pepper flakes or this Italian bomba hot pepper sauce. But now I put the hot sausage in. So maybe, I think I've been spicing my husband out. I've been making really spicy. I like spicy. So I'll just put pepper flakes on when I eat it. So I have my whisk. You could just stir it, whatever. It's not, you could use a fork. I can't get a great angle on it, but as long as the yolks are kind of mixed in, it'll be fine. Okay, I might add slightly more milk. I'd drink the rest of that milk, but I know some of you might be like, ah, look, Garfield, McDonald's. It probably has lead. Oh well. It's beautiful. Look at the color. Those are some good eggs, I think. All right. So, anything else? I don't think so. Let me move all my ghee out of the way here. The eggs. Put my baking dish here. And then I should probably put a little more olive oil on here, but whatever, it's fine. I'm going to put a layer of bread. That kind of covers the bottom. And then I'm going to get some of these super thinly sliced onion and put that in there. When I was growing up, there was a Cajun chef that used to be on PBS. I forget what not Paul Prudhomme, the other guy. I can't think of his name, but I used to love watching him, and he would go, "You take the onion." The very thinly sliced shiitakes, and a little bit of the lettuce, or not lettuce, spinach. And then we'll do a little bit of the tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, but I think you could use fresh tomatoes. It would be delicious, but I don't have any right now. And then I'll throw in some sausage. Boy, I may have to invite my son over for dinner because this is going to be a lot of food, I think. Okay, and then we'll do it. Oh, I forgot cheese. Oh my gosh. I'm hurt to die. I mean, the best part is cheesy. You guys, I'm a cheese fiend. I think I just like dairy. I remember one time my friend read some book called The China Study, and she's like, "You have to stop dairy." And I tried for like a day or two, and I was like, I hate my life now. So I took it back up. Of course, she also says I should go to bed earlier. And okay, Mom. All right. bread. I think I want the top layer to look like pretty, so I'm going to do cheese first on this. Is that what I'm going to do? Yeah, I think so. We'll do the cheesy bit. Okay, yeah. Cheesy bit. Come on. Okay, and then I'll do sausage. Maybe there. I may have too much onion. Although we all like onion, so it's okay. Maybe I'll save some raw onion for like putting on top at the end. I don't know. Okay, a little spinach. Spinach. Tuck some into the corner there. Oh shoot, I dropped them. Some red color, also known as tomatoes. Alright, let's see, we have this much left. Do we put it on? I guess so. Mushrooms, a little extra spinach. It'll all cook down, so. Okay. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. And then we take our eggs. Let me just give them a little. I'm feeling like I'm gonna need more egg mixture. Maybe I'll just add the rest of the milk here. Oh, it's good stuff. Whew, it's good stuff. I don't know if I put enough salt and pepper and stuff. Oh, I forgot pepper. Oh, well. Oh, because I was going to do red. All right. I'm worried I'm going to make a mess. Hold on. Let me move my cutting board back. Because the great thing with this cutting board, which currently is a mess, but the great thing is it has this well that goes along. So if anything drips over, it goes right in that well. All right, can I do this with the camera there? We'll see. So I'm going to dump this all on top and then let it soak. Sorry. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I'll need more egg. But I'm going to cover it and then let it soak all the way until dinner time, which is about, I don't know what time it is, but probably about 5 hours or so. But if you made this for like a breakfast, you could soak it overnight. I don't really care if there's some crusty dry bread. Maybe I'll pour, you know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. I'll just put a little olive oil where the dry bread is, so it's like like a toasty bread. But I think, oh shit, sorry. You could make this with garlic. You could make it with Parmesan cheese. You could add any kind of veg you want, just some you might need to pre-cook a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, so after I cook it tonight, I'll take a picture and then post it so that you guys can see what it looks like finished. All right.